While I was meditating, I noticed something strange. My eyes were closed, but I felt as if countless hands were surrounding me, moving closer, pulling at my body. I immediately felt uncomfortable. I looked down. It was just an ant, not hands at all. At the time, it didn't seem like a big deal, but when I looked around, I saw that the floor was covered with more than just one ant. I followed their trail, and it led me to a hole in the wall that I couldn't understand. I rushed over to take a closer look. The hole was grayish black. I couldn't see anything inside. Before I realized it, my scalp began to itch intensely. I didn't know what was happening, but over the following days, strange things kept happening. I noticed myself scratching absent-mindedly at work. Even at night, while talking with my boyfriend before going to sleep, I would suddenly start scratching my scalp without realizing it. The situation got worse. I even tried using a sanding block to scratch my head. It felt like I was losing control. Then, one day, I went to the warehouse to get something. What happened next made me realize how dangerous things had become. I was just sorting through some old items when I heard footsteps behind me. When I turned around, all the lights in the room began to flicker. The sound of footsteps turned into the sound of a woman crying. I wondered if someone in the warehouse was in trouble. I rushed over to check. The crying was coming from the right side of the warehouse. I crouched down and asked if anyone needed help, but when I lowered my head, I realized there was no one there. Only ants crawling all over the floor. As I was trying to figure out where they were coming from, a dark shadow appeared in the mirror. It grabbed me from behind. I jumped in shock. It was just the warehouse manager. But from that moment on, I became much more cautious. I rushed home and sealed the hole in the wall with cement and plaster. But the itching on my scalp never stopped. One night, very late, an ant crawled into my nostril. I was sleeping on the couch when I suddenly felt something strange. The ant in my nose made me cough uncontrollably. I felt like I couldn't breathe. Then, thousands of ants began crawling out of my body. It felt as if my limbs no longer belonged to me, as if the ants were controlling me. The next morning, everything felt like a nightmare. But the strange things kept happening. I started searching online for answers, but I couldn't find anything. A few days later, while doing some craft work, a photo album fell from a nearby cabinet. It was my parents' album. My mother had passed away when I was very young. I tried to remember her. Then, I noticed something strange. Her arms were covered in red spots. I quickly grabbed a magnifying glass. They were all scratches. What if my mother went through the same thing?